Hi, guys. Welcome back to Too Many Opinions podcast. This is Jeannie.
And this is Sarah.
And Sarah, can you let them know what we're talking about today?
All right, so today's topic is age roles.
Jesus Christ.
And what I mean by that is when is an age differentiation? I don't know how the fuck to say that word, but you know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. When is it that age actually matters?
When do you draw the line?
Right. Because I feel like there's some situations where, especially older men, and I know age is just a number, but for example, if you're 40 and you're dating a 18-year-old, that does not add up for me. I'm
like
sorry.
Mark Anthony and his wife that he just got married to.
I'm sorry, that is not adding up for me. I think that's disgusting. Like, that could literally be your child. So I'm like a no-go there.
Mark Anthony's new wife that they just got married like last weekend or something, 2 weeks, I don't know. I think the daughter and his kid is like right there.
Right, like probably a few years apart, right? And that's mind-boggling to
That's
me.
a little, I don't know. It's kind of, because I always think about it this way. When you were 10, she didn't exist yet.
Right. And I wish I would have watched that video again. I saw a video recently where a mom was describing that the way that it makes sense is when the math, something about like how the math is between the numbers. Like, it was so weird, but the way that she explained it made so much sense. Like, if he's 18 and he's 5 years older than your daughter, right? So that would mean what? She's what, 13?
20, okay.
Right? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she would be 13 and he would be 18. Unacceptable.
No.
There's no way. That's absolutely disgusting. We're not doing that. But if he was 23 or 24 and then 5 years younger, you know what I mean?
Do you think there's a difference when it's younger, when it's like from the teens and the 20s? Because you think it's a really big deal if I'm 35 dating a 52-year-old though?
No, that's when I don't think it's a problem.
So that's so weird though, because it's still, I get that though, because I feel like if you're 45 and you're dating an 18-year-old, whatever, a person that's 18, I feel like, don't you stop and think that maybe that girl, and let's say that girl's only attracted to older men, that gives like daddy issues to me though.
100% daddy issues, and it gives, from the man perspective, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, so if you're not a man who does this, don't take it personal, but either way, I really don't care. So I just wanted to give that little disclosure. But if you're a man and you're 45 going, even if you're 40 or 39 going after an 18-year-old woman, to me, that looks as though you're looking for a woman to groom. Like, you're
and please
grooming
explain
a young
what
woman.
grooming is, because
Like,
a lot of people don't know what that is.
What I mean by that is that you're trying to find a woman that you can train to be the woman that you want, right?
A puppy.
Basically a puppy, to
puppet,
be exactly,
a puppy.
who doesn't have really a mind of her own because she doesn't know life yet. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know any of those things. So it's like, if I see that, and vice versa for women too, if you're a 40-year-old woman going after an 18-year-old, that's like a teacher and a student.
That happens often.
Which is disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm sorry.
I just don't get it.
And
I
then
don't get it.
Like, as a parent, right? Like, if a woman came to my house as a 45-year-old woman
you're
trying
beating
to
her ass.
Bro, I'm beating her ass off rip. I'm going to jail. I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
There's no way that I would allow a woman to groom my son.
That's like, it gives off pedophilia.
Yes, even though they're of legal age. And that's why it's like,
Right, because let me tell you something. Men are 30 and are still super, super, super immature.
And okay, which brings me to, women mature faster. No, that's not the case. Even though maybe scientifically
We might, but that still doesn't mean that you should be dating an 18-year-old. Do you know what I was doing and thinking when I was 18?
Right.
I was wilding.
And so then, now that you're 30, right? We're in our 30s. What would we be like dating an 18-year-old at 19?
Bro.
What?
Like, it's just the interests aren't.
What do
like,
we have in common?
Nothing.
What do we have in common? You are probably fresh out of high school. If you even finished high school, you probably don't even have a career yet or know what you want to do. You don't even know about college. And then what? I'm supposed to help guide you?
And a lot of it is passport bros.
Bro, those guys. disgusting.
Oh,
and then they
they
go
go
to Europe for looking for these kind of
yeah,
women.
or DR. But let me tell you something, passport bros that love to just go get women in DR. You played yourself, because a girl in DR is 18 and she's really 55. No, dead ass. You go over there thinking that you're gonna run a yo, you're not. These girls got game. They've been having games since they were 5.
Pretty
you know
much.
what? At 5, they were 18.
No bullshit.
Dead ass. You know what I mean? Because it's a thing now where guys really go out the country thinking they're gonna groom someone, when in reality, congratulations,
you played
yourself.
You're being groomed. Now you're gonna provide and you're gonna support, and
Right.
she's your responsibility now.
Right. And you know how it's just, you know how ridiculous you look with a little, when you go to the restaurants and to the beaches and to anywhere you go, and they think that that's your daughter. You don't feel ashamed of yourself.
Like ashamed, embarrassed, disgusted.
And girls too, like, ew.
Oh my God. What would I do if I was sitting there out with an older man and they refer to my partner as my dad or my uncle?
I would be
more.
I have gone out with my dad and like, please, I hope nobody thinks I'm dating this man. Like, this is my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they look at you that way.
Yeah.
And people really stereotype and look at you like, let's say that really is your man. They look at you like the waitress just looks at you like, I know what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. She's trying to get her money.
Because for the most part, that's what it is, though. You're not going to tell me that you see a guy like Travis Kelce and you're not attracted to that, but you're attracted to someone that looks like Mark Anthony. I'm sorry. He's just there. Like, you're going to tell me that if you see it, she looks like a porcelain doll. Why do you want to date a guy that is basically a crackhead?
And then it blows.
Forgive me if he's not, but I think.
Right. I mean,
think he is.
kind of look at him. He kind of looks like fucking.
And I love Mark Anthony, but bro, it's the difference is like, astronomical.
Like he's not looking
right.
Too good.
So it's weird.
It's weird, but it's like, what do they have in common? I feel like at 18 years old, your vocabulary hasn't even been established.
Your brain hasn't even developed.
Like, you don't even know how to hold like a real, and I'm not saying that you're not intelligent. I'm not saying that you're not able to communicate, but it's like, you haven't been through any life experiences. You haven't learned anything. So what makes you think that this older partner, what are they going to do?
And what happens if you have a baby? So the dad's only going to be alive for 5 more years?
Just know, I know somebody whose dad was like 70 when we were like 15. Bro, that's crazy.
How about the mom?
The mom was young.
You see?
That's crazy.
Like, you really, and it's to the point that it's like your great grandpa at this point. It ain't even your grandpa.
And then picture showing up to like, I don't know, father-son or father-daughter dance, whatever. Like, oh, is this your grandpa? No, this is my dad.
No, I can't.
Like, a what?
That is really disgusting. It gives pedophilia.
And then it's like in the physical attraction part of it, like, baby girl.
Ew, bro.
Baby girl.
I don't judge. Hey, if you like older men, that's your prerogative.
Do you?
But I cannot. I can't. I personally, I think
never.
I'd rather be with someone a little younger than me, someone a little older.
I could never. I could never. I could never.
What's the oldest you can date? Like, you're what? You're 32.
I'm 32.
What's the oldest that you'll be like?
All right, so depending on looks, and I'm not shallow, but depending on looks, I feel like I would be open to like a 10-year age gap.
Like 40.
But 10-year older, not 10 years younger.
No, yeah, no.
Never.
No, absolutely.
Only 10 years older because, you know.
What about if you found your soulmate and he's younger? How much younger is it acceptable to be?
Honestly, if you're even like 2 years younger than me, I feel like your immaturity is... You're just immature.
No, but what if not? What is like the most you say 2 years?
Yeah.
I think I'm 32.
You're telling me you would date a 26-year-old?
Not 26. Maybe 28.
Nah. No way.
Yeah, even me saying that sounds
right?
fucking cringe.
Right? Like,
but I mean, if the guy's mature, like, I don't think it's like a big deal if I'm 32 and he's 28.
Okay, I'm also gonna say something controversial, is that I really probably wouldn't even date someone who doesn't have kids either.
I would not date somebody that has kids.
Right, so we're on two different spectrums, right?
I cannot. I need to be the everything first of all. Like, I'm not about, and I don't want to deal with baby mama drama. I don't want to deal with a blended family if I don't have to yet. Now, if I'm first and then we break up and there's a blended family, whatever, that's fine. But me dealing with I'm not doing that. That's added stress to my life that I don't need.
So it's like being a mom, I feel like I wouldn't want to bring anyone into my life who hasn't already experienced parenthood on
But what
their
if-
own.
But damn. But what if they're great and they want you to have another baby? Now you guys became like a family. Cause like that girl from Teen Mom, Chelsea Husko, whatever. She had a terrible baby daddy, and then she met a new guy, and he's like heaven sent. Like he adopted her daughter. They had 3 more kids, and it's like the most amazing thing.
I'm skeptical.
You're not. Yeah.
I'm skeptical because I feel like as a mom, I'm not a hover mom per se, but I am a protective mom. And I would never, I feel like for a person who doesn't have children, you have to explain why there's certain things, why there's this. Whereas if you're dating someone who has kids, there's no need for explanation.
Sometimes men are stupid as hell.
Well, yeah, but at this age, I wouldn't be dating a man that's stupid as hell. You feel me? Like, there's
Right.
no way that I would even put myself in a situation like that, because if I see that you're not even parenting your child, why would I even think
you would think that women would be a little smarter than
right,
that.
like, and this goes to this message is for the women's right now. If you're dating a man who doesn't take care of their child, shame on you.
And what do you expect for you?
Yep, shame on you, because
That's
their
what kills me.
child.
That's what kills me. Like, you really date a man that is a deadbeat and expect what for you?
Right. And then you think
you're
that
the
you're
exception?
gonna grow?
You're the exception?
You're going to grow in that relationship? Absolutely not. How can you even grow with a man when they don't even do the most for their own child?
Yeah,
Thank God that that's never going to be the situation.
But what if
for me,
what if you meet a guy and he learns how to be a dad through your child?
I don't think that I would be comfortable leaving any.
Well, no, maybe not at first.
I just feel like in general, it's just.
I'm not a mom, so I'm
It's
genuinely
hard.
asking these questions.
Yeah.
But I've seen it as to like these men literally, like the guy that I'm talking about, he literally, like that little girl that she had made him grow up. And he became a man with her. And he's just the most amazing husband and dad.
Yeah, I mean,
they're unicorns.
They are unicorns, and I believe that it's possible to be a man who's willing to date women with no kids, with kids,
Yeah.
and take on those children and love them from the far, because I also believe in that no step parent should ever cross a boundary of a real parent. Like, no one should ever replace a mother or a father.
That should
who's
be a
present.
question. That should be a question for, you know what?
Yeah.
Would you date a woman with kids? Why or why not? Would
Okay.
you guys leave it in the comments? Would
Yeah.
you date a man or a woman, whatever you prefer, if you're whatever? Would you date them if they had kids? Is that like a deal breaker? It's a deal breaker for me.
Right.
100%. Now, like, if I know that the baby mother, it's still, like, it would have to be some shit. Like, the baby mother's, like, encouraging it. Or, I was going to say, if it's my friend and she's trying to hook me up, but I would never date my friend's baby daddy, first of all. But, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see me ever getting with a guy that has kids unless I have them. If I have them, I don't care.
But you said you believe in love at first sight, so you never know.
The moment I hear kids, well, everything goes off.
Oh, you said the sight is gone.
The sight, I just went blind.
I'm blind. What's that SZA song? Blind. Okay, sorry. Anyways, back to the age topic. We kind of got lost there, but it was such good conversation.
Guys,
Hand in
that's
hand.
another thing. We have a title, but that's going to go into, we're having conversations here.
Right.
That's going to go into one thing. It's going to go into the other. Honestly, I would not date a guy that's too much older than me, and I would not date a guy that's too much younger than me. Preferably, I wouldn't date a guy that's younger than me at all. But you never know if there's a unicorn out here in these streets.
I agree with that. For dating younger, if it's a unicorn, okay, maybe, but definitely older, I feel like they're more likely to have their life together and be stable and be able to provide and guide. Like, being with a man that's able to guide and help you grow is something that I never really thought about before, because I've always been so independent. But now, as I'm older, I think that that's such an important quality to have. So those are things that I look for. So that's why I would go for older versus younger, because I feel like they would have more of those leadership skills, problem solving skills versus.
What if your son is attracted to older bitches? I'm so sorry. Oh my God. What if your son is attracted to older women? I should not be calling women bitches. I'm so sorry.
I know I called them bitches earlier too. My bad.
Sometimes, guys, it's just the hood in us.
Yeah.
Women. Why? I mean, what would you do?
It depends how old he is. It depends how old he is. If he's 17, 18, absolutely not. I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait, and I'm going to have to give him the same rules that my parents gave me.
So what if he's 30 and he's wanting to date a 60-year-old?
That's his prerogative. I'm gonna tell him, like, if you like old and wrinkly, that's on you, but that would never be me.
Absolutely
That
not.
would
I would
never
still
be-
be heated though. Like,
Of course.
How are you, me and you the same age and you're dating my son?
First of all, I'd be tripping her. Me and her would be fighting in the nursing home. Like, bitch, I'd have her in a whole headlock,
Like-
giving her a noogie. Like, you better leave my son alone,
That's
bitch.
disgusting.
Like,
Guys,
that's crazy.
please, come on, date your own kind. Like, there's so many women. I could understand you have a few bad, like, rotten apples, but, like, move on until you find the right person that's your age.
Right.
R. Kelly.
Or go somewhere else. My thing is that I feel like people get so lost in dating people from where they are that they don't realize that there's a gazillion other places in the world that you could go and
for
find
real.
someone who's your soulmate or the person, the love of your life or whatever. So it's like, get outside of your comfort zone. Go meet people and don't let anything hold you back aside from maybe someone's age, because that's just
And
pedophilia.
honestly, you look stupid as hell. I'm just going to tell you that
True.
right now. You just
True
look
that.
dumb. It's disgusting. And it is what it is.
So, yeah, but definitely drop in the comments what you guys think about all the topics we talked about today. The age rules between dating partners, if you would date a woman or a man with or with kids, and why not. And definitely just, like, let us know. These are topics we'd love to talk about.
Yes. Or any other topics you guys are very, very interested in hearing, please let us know. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.